It's time for Roula and Ryan's Revenge.
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, parental discretion is advised. It can get quite heated with Roula and Ryan's
we
Revenge.
never know. Because Eric's in charge of this, so, sometimes his judgment gauge meter's off.
Yeah, it
we don't
depends
know what's going to happen.
what they catch me
so
on.
Go to krve.com to get connected actually with Eric. He'll contact you back, find out why you want to be on. Somebody messed with you, you got him back. And they don't know you got him back until you get him on the phone with us and you tell them. So let's hear why Rachel is here on Revenge. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Rachel, so why are you here with us on Revenge?
I really want to get back at my ex-husband. We were married for a short period of time, about 14 months.
I mean, I would assume it's because you had to end the marriage because of something he did.
It was definitely because he cheated, which was absolutely not what I would have ever expected out of Randy, but it just did happen that way. And I'm here to get back at him because he deserves to be put in his place, because he kind of just walks all over everyone and does whatever he wants.
Now, let me ask you, how long were you guys together? You said you were married for 14 months. You hear about these couples that are together for years and years and years.
How long was the relationship total?
Well, we dated for 3 years before we got married, so we were together for quite a bit of time.
So you date 3 years and you can't even make it 2 years as a married couple.
That's a year and 2 months of marriage.
I know, that's awful.
That's awful.
So, okay, obviously, you said he cheated. That's not what you would have expected from him. And it's over. But what has he done that's so terrible that you said you want to get back at him for? Other than just being a bad husband. I mean, you divorced him. You left him.
Yeah, I left him because he got a stripper named Shauna pregnant.
Oh, my gosh.
Shauna. This could just be any more cliche. Shauna to the center stage. He got her pregnant.
Rachel, did you find out first about his infidelity and then started the divorce proceedings and then found out he got this woman pregnant? Or was it all in one big lump, all the information? Hey, I cheated on you. It was with a stripper and now she's having my baby.
Once I found out he had been cheating on me with this stripper, that's when I found out that he actually got her pregnant as well.
Okay, wait. So he got her pregnant while he was married to you. Is that what we're hearing here?
Yeah. We were only married for 14 months, and he made a fool of me the entire time. I mean, he cheated on me and got another woman pregnant.
Well, I think this is why you need to make a fool out of him now. I think you need to confront him. I mean, he's on hold, but he can't hear you, Rachel.
What's his name again?
Randy.
Randy? Okay.
Okay, Randy doesn't know why he's on the phone. Rachel, stand by so I can welcome him into the conversation. Okay, hold on one
He has
second.
no idea.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show at 104.1 KRBE. Good morning, Randy.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Randy, do you ever listen to the Roula and Ryan Show?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Well, look, we do a lot of things on this show, Randy, where people come to us for advice or some help. In this case, the reason we've called you is because somebody that you know has come to us to have a conversation with you. And they just thought it'd be easier if we were the middle person. So, Randy, say good morning to Rachel. You know Rachel, right?
Why the hell would I want to talk to my ex-wife? She is a bitter who has never been able to deal with the fact that I have moved on to someone better.
Now, hold on a second, Randy.
Apparently while you were married to her.
Yeah, from what we understand, Rachel told us that your marriage only lasted 14 months because of your infidelity and having a child with someone else.
She's a pain in my She always wanted to know, where I was, at all times. If I'm late coming home, she wants to know where I'm at.
Because you were out running around with other women, apparently.
Oh, sounds like it.
Plus, it's called being married.
I mean, if you're going to be late from work, you should usually tell your mate, around what time you'll be home. That's not totally far-fetched.
Rachel hasn't even gotten a word in yet, so...
Rachel, go ahead. Talk to Randy.
Randy, I mean, this is just so typical of you to push it onto me and make me look like the bad guy when really I have moved forward. I'm happy. Like I said, I've accepted where I'm at and what our relationship was. But what you do and what you continue to do to women and cheating on me and getting another woman pregnant during our marriage after knowing that you were the love of my life and the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, that's hard. And you deserve to get a little something because what you did to me wasn't right, and you think it's totally justifiable and it's totally okay, and it's not.
Yeah, you know what? It was justifiable because, Shauna doesn't care if I stay out late. She just lets me live my life.
Oh, my. Well.
Just lets me live my life and do what I've got to do to be happy.
Hey, Randy, did you meet this Shauna at a strip club, basically?
Well, yeah, she's a stripper.
Rachel told us the details of what ended your marriage, but you are full on in a committed relationship with that woman, right? I mean, you have not severed ties with her. She's your girlfriend now?
We're not married, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just saying she's your girlfriend as opposed to just a woman you had a baby with.
Yeah,
And you still have no problem with her being a stripper.
not really.
Well, Randy, you know that your brother Paul and I remained friends throughout this whole divorce. And he fills me in on a little information every once in a while. And something that I think you should know is that he's actually been sleeping with your girlfriend, Shauna, too.
What?
What?
Yep. You guys are sleeping with the same woman.
Oh, gross.
Ooh.
What the Rach? Are you serious? You better not be with me right now.
Definitely not messing with you.
So, wait a second. Rachel, just for my own note-taking, you and Randy were married for 14 months before he had an affair behind your back with a stripper that got pregnant, and now he's with a stripper as his girlfriend, but Randy's brother Paul is good friends with you and told you over telling Randy that he also has been sleeping with a stripper?
Why would he do that?
What is happening here? Why would he tell you this?
Well, Paul and I have remained good friends, and Paul is concerned because he met Shauna first, and they were sleeping together, and Paul thinks that he might be Randy Jr.'s dad.
Oh, my God. Somebody call Maury.
Could you even figure that out if they're both
DNA
brothers?
testing?
Well, we
DNA
talked about that once, I think, on the air before. If it was twins, like identical twins, it'd be hard to do. But you guys aren't twins. Randy and Paul aren't twins, right, Rachel?
No.
There's just no way.
Hey, if you don't believe me, go ahead and ask your brother.
Looks like somebody need to go to the pharmacy and purchase those paternity tests.
Yeah, give her
They
those.
sell them there now.
This is bull. All right, you know what? I am. I'll go get a paternity test or whatever the I've got to do. I don't even want to hear from you again, Rachel.
Well, you might want to check with your brother. Did we lose him? Is he still
Sounds to me
there?
like you kind of brought this on yourself, dude.
You.
Well, apparently you did something to
All right.
somebody else.
You tell your brother?
So wait, Rachel, you're not totally messing with him, right? You really, and Paul, that's a true story. Paul told you that?
No, this is all completely true. I mean, Paul, his brother, talked to me. Like I said, we're still good friends. We've always been pretty cool with each other. And Paul told me this, so I thought it was the perfect revenge.
Is Paul going to be upset, though, that you told
Use
him?
that as a revenge move?
Instead of...
You know, maybe, but I think at this point, I'm over all this drama, and I don't really care, so I just kind of wanted to get one last thing in.
Are you
before I-
over
I do
though?
care.
Are you
Otherwise
over
you
though?
would've been on here.
Because that was a pretty elaborate,
I think you're about to be
payback.
back into it.
Hey, listen, and don't forget, a lot of people get caught up in friendships and such. You know, Paul is Randy's brother, and he's admitted to you he has slept with the same stripper your ex-husband fathered a child with. So, you know, you might guys be hanging out one night and the Pinot Grigio will be flowing. Stay away from this family.
Yeah, stay away.
You've done enough.
No kidding.
Well, I'd say that was definitely quite the revenge.
I say.
Thanks,
Well,
Rachel.
Take care, Rachel. And if you need us to know anything else, let us know what happens.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
4.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan show. It is True Crime Tuesday.
If this is your first time hearing this, we started this a couple weeks ago just to see. I mean, look, unfortunately, there's a lot of crime in our city, And people call us all the time with different things that happen to them. So we thought, okay, well, tell us your story if you were a part of it in any way, whether you were the victim, you were the perpetrator, or somebody in your family had something happen to them.
And that texter, Sam, I did not... What? This person
You
says.
got a text?
Yeah.
Behind
said
the
I would-
scenes, we can talk into each other's ears. So I'm like, Eric, do you see that texter? I'll read it for you, Eric,
Because
so you don't have to.
Will was down earlier.
Eric
that
What's it
can't
say?
even go to Galveston without worrying about taking a poop. How he's going to hurt down
down
and kill
and
him.
kill
How's he going to be a vigilante?
Because right before Harry Styles,
Go to the
I
bathroom.
said, I don't know if I can handle, like a Dahmer type story. And Eric's like, oh, yeah, I want that. Maybe they'll tell us they did. I go, right,
I'll
because
hunt
you're
them
going to go
down.
find them. Oh, yeah, I will.
I'm like
And I
a
was like, right.
second-rate Batman.
A second rate
I don't have the
Batman
money like that, but I know how to track people down. I do on the show all the time.
for closure.
You're using
and I can
intelligence.
afford,
is
and
not
I can
nice.
afford weapons.
Yeah,
So-
people want to see that side story. The side podcast is the animated feature called Eric is Trying to Hunt Down Killers.
If you get
And it's a
weapons,
comedy.
if you get weapons, you know what's going to happen? You're going to end up. 30 seconds. You got to hear this. This is what happens when you have somebody that's not an expert handling weapons.
Sam, you are
Whoop,
good.
wrong one. Here we go.
Oh, dear.
Sorry. Oh dear.
A few years ago, me and my best friend, we were teaching in like rural East Texas. Every day I would pick her up for work because we were volleyball coaches and we would go really early in the morning. Come to find out, she was taking a gun case out of her truck. The gun case was unzipped. The gun fell out and shot her through the arm. she immediately called me and said, hey, I'm going to be late for first period. I just shot myself. And she hung the phone up. So I drove to her house. She was sitting in the front lawn. Her mom had come over because she lives next door, and they wrapped a baby diaper around her arm. So we drove her to the emergency room. But it was a huge gunshot wound to her arm. It took like over 50% of her upper arm. But she ended up surviving. And it's still crazy to this day.
50%?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So that's why I don't want you handling weapons, Eric.
Man.
Baby diaper. Good tourniquet. I didn't think of that.
I'm at least...
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay,
maybe
True
I'll
Crime
solve
Tuesday.
Holster that vigilante.
I got my lethal launcher. I'm good.
Oh, God. Let's go to Olivia. She's got a story. Let's hear her story. True Crime Tuesday. Olivia, good morning.
Good morning, Roula. How are you?
We're good. Tell us about this jewelry heist.
A
Were you
what?
part of it, or you were in it? What happened with the jewelry heist?
No, I watched it. I was at work and worked in a small building or a small office that had the front was all glass, and there was a privately owned jewelry store just around the corner. And the jeweler had parked kind of in front of my window, and I'm talking to a coworker, and I look out, and I'm like, okay, that looks kind of weird. But basically the jeweler was in the trunk of his car getting everything together to go inside to talk to the jewelry store. And these two gentlemen walked past, and next thing I know, they're on the ground, and I'm like, what the heck did I just see?
Oh, my gosh.
So I told my coworker, I was like, oh, my gosh, something's going on, and hit the ground. So we locked the front door and just kind of watched everything happen.
Did you call 911?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm a little
I was
confused.
gonna say, I forgot to call them.
Is the jeweler, he's like the guy, he's bringing diamonds into the jewelry store?
Yes. Yes.
And he didn't have like a armored car or anything. It was just him with a briefcase.
Yep, just him in a briefcase.
So somebody must have been
like I
casing
said,
him.
Yeah, somebody knew.
Oh, God.
They knew his
That's
route, his
all.
habits,
Did
everything.
they have guns, or did they just overpower him and just like tackle him and tie him up?
They just overpowered him, and yeah.
Did the cops come in time, Olivia, to get them, or they got away?
No, they got away. But I did, of course, have to do the whole lineup and pictures and my whole statement and everything. And,
were you able to pick somebody up out of the lineup?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and it was that person?
From what I remember, yes.
Oh,
I
so you got
don't.
him.
I don't remember the whole, the final everything, but yes.
How long ago
they
was
did
this,
give him
Olivia? How long ago?
20 years.
20 years ago.
So it makes
And
me
you said
nervous.
They gave him what? I'm sorry, I cut you off. Did they give him what? They gave him how much time?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember. Okay.
I think about you, like, you saw them, so they know if they got pinpointed. They know somebody saw them in that area.
That's why I'd be worried to identify somebody
Yeah,
in
but
a
it could be
lineup.
anywhere, really.
Yeah, but right there, there's a window.
Oh, that
You
was the
saw
lady.
people.
That was the lady that ducked onto the ground.
And then nowadays, you get out on bail. Then she
Totally
I'd be
does.
Oh,
scared.
God, for $10
Don't
you get it.
scare her.
I mean, that's 20 years.
That's 20 years.
Goodness.
I think
Thank
she's
God it
okay.
didn't happen
She's
now,
like, I'm going
Olivia.
into hiding.
But it's
Yeah,
scary.
seriously. Thank you so much, Olivia, for sharing your story. It's True Crime Tuesday at 713-390-KRBE. For anybody single and dating, there's always that joke you make, like, well, my God, how do you know he's not a serial killer? Well, what happened to Christina?
Oh, no.
Christina's on the line. Hello, Christina.
Hi, good morning. Long
Hi.
time fan.
Thank you for listening. Tell us what happened to you with these dates.
So this was probably, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago. I went on a dating app, met a guy. I was like, okay, we'll go on the first date. First date went good. Second date is where it got weird. We were at the restaurant, and the waiter comes up, and he's like, oh, you like him. What do you mean? I don't like him. He's like, would you cheat on me?
What?
I was like, this is a second date. So you get a weird vibe. You go with your guide. I'm like, something's wrong with this person. Not going on a third date. Blew up my phone, kept calling me, had to change my number, all that stuff. About 6 months later, I see him. Sorry, it still gives me the creeps.
Wait, can you back up? You said about what?
6 years later?
6 years later?
6 months
Oh,
later.
6 months later.
6
Okay.
months later.
6 months later, I see his face plastered on the news. He had murdered his then girlfriend, stabbed her to death.
Oh, my God.
And all I kept thinking was, that could have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was giving you.
Wow.
Thank God you
Obsessive.
ran.
You had a
with
guardian
your
angel.
gut instinct. I gotta get away from this guy.
This makes me never ever want to date if my wife ever dumps me.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if you remember, it was 8 years ago, but he ran to Mexico. There was a big hunt for him. He's in life in prison now, but it was mortifying.
What was his name?
Getting ready in the morning and seeing his face on the radio or the.
Do you remember his name?
I do. His name was Troy Clay.
Troy Clay. He killed his
Look this
girlfriend.
up.
To look that up. Yeah.
Oh man, Christina, that's scary.
so
So then,
lucky.
how long after that? I mean, I would have probably been like, I can't trust anybody. I'm not going to date anybody. Like, did you have a dating hiatus
absolutely.
for a while after that?
Well, I had recently got divorced, and then after that, my ex-husband and I actually got back together and been together ever since. So.
Okay.
He was a paramedic?
Yeah, she was a paramedic.
Oh,
She
that's
was,
right
she was
First
a
thing.
paramedic in North Cyprus.
Yeah, it was.
He killed he killed a woman in
horrific
Humble
story.
and fled to Mexico. He was 42 years old, charged with murder.
He's got those eyes that make
Let me see his face.
kind of looks like he.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that's
now
like a Dexter
I feel
situation.
so embarrassed that I even
how
even
you
went
gonna
on
know?
a second date. But
Yeah,
I
you
didn't know.
any better.
He seemed
Oh, that's
nice when I
crazy.
went out with him
Mhm.
the first time. The second time, he got a little possessive and creepy, and then blew up my phone.
This is the
Or-
stuff that scares the crap out of me. My daughter's out there in the dating world right now, and it just makes me so nervous. I got to lock her up, never let her go.
Oh my God. Okay, Christina, thank you so much for calling the show. You
I don't
freaked
want
us
you
all out
dating.
now. And
You're
every
gonna be like a
single
serial
girl
killer.
dating
Lock her up?
somebody.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I mean,
I went out with this girl one time, and her dad tried to murder me. The Ryan Chase story.
Dun, dun, dun.
By the way, the caller earlier where I said, I'd be scared. She's like, they have a one-way mirror, Eric. I'm not talking about at the police station. I'm talking about
When she actually witnessed
she witnessed the
heist.
crime through
Yeah.
a window, and
Yes.
it's pretty easy to tell who saw you. Yeah.
It's Roula and Ryan's Couples Court. 104.1 KRBE.
all right, court is in session. Since Roula is out, we're going to go ahead and open up the line 713-390-KRBE. This couple actually, and I had to cut this down a little bit because they were really going at it on the listener line. Y'all, they had a serious issue about the dog. Listen to this.
Okay.
This is Pam, and I have my boyfriend Todd here with me. We want to do couples court, but we're always at work when you're doing it, I guess. So I'm leaving you this message, and maybe, I don't know, you could help us out with this. Todd and I live together, and I am not happy with the situation. When he comes home from anywhere, he doesn't even give a hello or anything to me. He goes straight to the dog and loves on the dog for like 5 minutes straight before I get a hi, babe, or anything.
Whoa. Y'all, first of all, I don't have a lot of time left with my dog. My dog's been living with me 15 years, and I've only been with Pam for about a year. I want to spend time with my dog, and I want to give him the loving he needs. He's a good boy, and I think that's a big part. I feel like Pam's just a little bit insecure.
Give me something. Hi, babe. How was your day? Something to make me feel like I'm being acknowledged for even being in the room, babe.
I do that, but I just want to make sure that my dog gets the time that he deserves, because I honestly think that I do give you the love you deserve and you need, but you're jealous of the dog, and I feel like if I don't do the things that you need, then you're gonna get jealous and start crying.
Well, it hurts my feelings. I'm standing right there, and you don't even give me a hello or nothing, not a kiss on the lips, nothing.
I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to be aware of my time with Chester. He's only got so much time left, and I love him, and I love you too. But if I don't give him that time, then I feel like it'll be something I'll regret later on.
Can y'all help us out and make a ruling here? Obviously, we're at a standstill with this.
Wow. I mean, the dog's 15 years old. My dog's 14 years old. She's not in the best of health. I know that I've got limited time with her. And when I see her at the door, first thing I do is go right for her and just, make sure that she knows daddy's home.
Yeah, but you live alone and you're
what else
lonely.
you gonna
But my daughter's there,
No one to get jealous.
All right,
Unless you
fine.
got some secret girlfriend you're keeping from us that we need to
Not
know
a
about.
secret, but, I basically live alone.
Basically.
Basically.
Except on
Well.
certain days, huh?
Yeah. Anyhow.
I'd rather know more about that.
No, what do you think about this?
More about yourself.
You wanted it that way. Trying to get info out of me.
Yeah, we got to chip away at
give you
this.
info, but
chipping
that's not what
away.
this
That's
is
what
about
it
right
is.
now.
It's literally
Chipping away.
All the information.
It's coming. All right, so here's the deal. What do you guys think? She being insecure about it?
Yes.
Being
I mean,
stupid.
the dog, is like old, and he comes home and he wants to love on the dog.
Also, the dog comes to you a lot of times.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like she's not running up to him like, hey, honey, I've missed you so much.
What's your biggest turn off on people? Because that insecurity is just
that's a tough one for me.
Annoying.
Insecurity is such a turnoff.
Like, be
It
confident
seems like
in
a
yourself.
very silly bickering concept
Like, what's the order?
on her side, because
Is he supposed to come in and immediately give her a kiss first and ignore the dog?
No, see the dog and then give her a kiss. But because the dog, like Kevin said, the dog comes to you. Like, you're not going to, stiff arm your dog out the way and be like, I need to go give my
But
human.
does anybody have this problem, by the way? 713-390-KRBE. Does anybody have this problem where your mate is actually jealous of the dog?
That is sad. I don't think
I'm
anyone's
not
like that.
jealous, but Mark loves Misty, our dog, so much.
Does he go to Misty first?
Oh, yeah, because Misty runs up to him. Like, when he comes home from
You don't
the
run up
airport.
to him? You don't love him enough?
No,
that
I
dog
guess
is
so.
fast.
Misty's really fast, like a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Like a squirrel's coming towards
Sam
you.
is very
How
pregnant.
long-
She's waddling.
How long does he
He
play
picks,
with her? Like
he
15
picks
seconds,
her,
a minute?
He picks that dog up and then goes to Sam, basically. So then everyone's kissing at the same time. He's got because you met the dog, little baby thing. So
Little
then he
baby
gets the dog, and because he's done this with me too.
Yeah.
He gets the dog in one hand, and then he wraps his arm around you, and then the dog's
and then
kissing you on your
Misty
face,
kissing you.
and he's giving you a
It's
hug.
magical.
He's great. He's great with it.
Or
He's-
she just runs away and go gets a ball, and so then
Yeah,
he'll
funny.
just and then he'll just step away and come give me a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your
He's got
dog
it
is
down.
there first. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset.
What if the
I
dog
think
isn't
she
there?
needs to be-
Is this dog there first? If it's that
Did she
old,
say?
maybe
Well, that's the thing that's really sad. Like, my
15
dog.
years old. It's probably maybe just hanging out.
Aw.
Yeah, they don't come rushing to the door anymore. And that, for me,
Well,
was
then
like one
I
of the
would
biggest
still want to go
heartbreaks.
say hi to them as well.
That's
like,
what I
would
do.
Go look for
I mean,
them.
it's like you really, especially when you've got an elderly pet
Go
and
ahead,
they've been a
take-
part of your
take
life
one
for so
blind. Go
long.
ahead. The phones are full,
You
but I
want
know
to take one? Okay.
I feel
All
bad
right.
because Ahmad's trying to get
Yeah.
on, but it's so
Hi,
many.
good morning. You're on the Roula and Ryan show.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi, what's
so
your
you
name?
heard that.
So, I mean, I'm going to weigh in on that because I'm pretty sure my friends are listening right now. But I'm not a dog person, okay? And we have a dog. And my husband definitely gives our dog, a lot of love and attention. And I can appreciate that because I don't. And so she needs love and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're
so,
honest.
but at the end of the but at the end of the day, I'm a person. I'm a human. You know what I mean? So I'm your wife. I'm your one. I'm your center. So you acknowledge me first. You know, like she seems that she's like, you don't give me a kiss or nothing. I say hi or nothing. It seems like she just wants to be validated. She understands that the dog needs love, but I mean, you know, validate me as your woman first before you go and give love to the dog.
What if
I
the dog
mean,
rushes to the door first
Yeah.
before you?
That's fine. You can acknowledge the dog, but like, cause what my husband does, he okay, the dog rushes. Oh, hey Sadie, but then he also, hey baby, you know, he also makes sure. Okay, Sadie, hold on, give me a second, and he comes and gives me a kiss and hug, acknowledging, and then he'll go back to hugging and loving on
He keeps
the
it
dog.
short then, so he's not
Yeah.
playing with the dog for 3 or 4 minutes, and you're like, hello, I'm over here. Acknowledge.
Right. That's an insult. I mean, it seems like he's kind of being selfish. It's not. I hate the word insecure because it's like if a person is feeling some type of way, if your mate is feeling some type of way, you have to, and they're your center, you're their queen or your king. You know, you gotta make adjustments to make sure that they feel at oneness with you first.
No, I
mean,
understand it.
that's
I
your
hear
partner
you.
for life.
But he's
You
had this
know?
dog for
Yeah.
15 years, and she's new to the picture.
How about your kids?
Well,
Would you
it's
be
not.
mad
It's
about
not
that?
like it's not like she's telling him that you can't love on the dog at all. Just give me me. Give me some of that first.
What if you have
You know
kids,
what I mean?
though? If you have
Acknowledge me.
kids and your husband comes home and, hugs the kids first, then will you get mad at that, or is that cool?
No,
Or should he
I mean
acknowledge
it's just
his
a
wife
balance.
first?
It's a balance.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a
that's a
balance.
good
If the kids
word.
run up to the husband and hey daddy, you know, I mean it's like oh hey kids or whatever. But the husband should at some point should acknowledge the wife's presence in the room.
Well, yeah, of course,
Period.
acknowledge.
You know.
Yes.
You gotta
Like if I'm
acknowledge
sitting on the
Acknowledge.
sofa and he walks right past me to go into like the bedroom to go find the dog and the kids, I'd be like, hi, like I'm right here.
I feel like as a
you
parent,
know?
the hard part is with
Hello.
kids is every time you're about to talk with your spouse, kids,
Chime in.
mom, dad, or I got this.
Yeah.
It's like, or you're telling a story and they jump in, you're like, man, you can't talk.
Kids' needs come first,
Yeah, it's hard.
but you got to have a healthy relationship, too.